Welcome everyone. I'm just waiting for everyone to join. I can see there are already 22 of you there. Thank you for coming early, 5 minutes or 4 minutes before starting the webinar. So we'll wait for everyone to join, then we will start. I hope you did listen to that video I did to help you use webinar. I know many of you already know how to minimize screen and do things like that, but always it's good to get people to be familiar with these technologies. Sometimes we as human complicate technology for no reason. The technology is very basic, simple, but we sometimes complicate it. So we're just trying to avoid that complication, which I hope we will be successful in that. I know some of you will be sitting as a group in one room and having a big screen. I hope the audio is right. If you feel my audio is not right, just let me know. I'm coming closer to my microphone so you can see me, hear me better, but my photo will be too big. So it's on a projector, maybe you will hate seeing that. Excuse me for that. But we will start also in 2 minutes time. I hope we'll get most of the people to join because we would like to run a short questionnaire that should take 2 minutes to get an idea of who is on this course and what really would like to achieve. So if you have your phone, grab your phone and make it ready. Yeah. Yeah, it's recording anyway. Being asked to record the session, it is recorded and we'll get it to the people who want it. It will be online. Well, attending live is different from looking at the recording because you can ask questions and we can make it more interesting, hopefully. 1 more minute. Okay. So let's, while people are coming, I will share screen, you grab your phone, get your mobile, because you need to answer those questions using your mobile phone. So I'm going to share screen, you will see a URL you need to go to on your phone, just basic browser thing, you don't need to install any app, and then there is a number you need to enter it and answer the question. So I can see who is there. If you are a group sitting there, each one need to answer that question, please. Okay. So you're getting on the screen, this is the address you need to go, menti.com on your browser, and you need to enter this number 953860 and answer this question. What is your division? Are you from applied media, business, computer information science, engineering, education, or so ever? Okay, so please do that. I can see there is one already there, one there. You can see live, it's changing on the screen. And okay, so far 4 answers, 5. Okay, more. Okay, engineering is going up. Oh, general studies coming, business. Oh, I would expect computer information science to be a little bit up, but we will see at the end. This tool is useful. Sometimes you can use it in your class, and you will see later you can use some open-ended questions, and it helps you somehow summarize those questions and get feedback from your team. I can see that, let me see how many, there are 42 people. At least those 42 people need to complete answering this question. I can see 72 did already. So 28, okay. Maybe some having difficulty with the mobile. It should be easy. You just go to the browser of your mobile and enter that number and answer this question. I see nobody from health science. There are 4 from general studies, which is important because you need to get ideas, and the course is a general studies as well. And there's none of the above, maybe from college service, not from teaching academic department. I'll give it another 1 more minute. So we are 33 out of 48, 33 answers. There are, now 54, the total of people online. So if you just came, you need to go into your phone browser and write menti.com and then enter this number. You'll get a question. This is the question talking about which department you are from, and then you answer the question. There's a question here from Maria. Where do I put my answer? It's on the browser itself, on the phone itself. You go to your phone, you write the address in the browser of the phone, menti.com, and then they will ask you for a code. This is the code, and then you will get the question, you select the answer. And that's where you put your answer. Oh, your department, Maria, I don't know. What is your department? Maybe in the none of the above, I don't know. You know better than me. Okay, so I think we're done with this question. That's the much we can answer. There's 60 already in place, but there are 44 who answer the question. I'll move to the next question, which will take hopefully 1 minute. So ready for the next question? Your phone now will change and you will see a different question. This is the other question. What is your programming experience? You have no experience? Are you beginner? Are you intermediate? That's where you advance. Okay, you choose between those. And now you're ready, already ready on the phone. We'll get the number 44 easily. See the challenge with this one, always the start. Once you start, you are in. Now I have these numbers. I can link those answers to the previous answer. But I can do that later and see how many people who came from IT, for example, said I'm advanced. I would expect that those people will come from there, or engineering. Yeah, but that's where it is. Now, the people, we have 61 now. There are 44 of that answer the questions. And it's going, I can, any browser. Any browser will do this. But you go menti.com. Yeah, Menti. This is the address, menti.com, not mention. Menti.com. Mention. Yeah, you do it through any browser, from your phone. From your phone, you go to menti.com on the browser, then you will be able to get to this survey. Some people seem having a difficulty with that, but that's where we are. Now, good, very good. I can see there are more people in the intermediate, advanced, beginner. I want this mix because later in the actual course, which we're going to run in the spring, we'll have student mix from all different specializations. Some coming from really technical programs, and other coming from more liberal art, or maybe more non-technical. So the mix is important, and adjusting our course to that mix is very important when we deliver the course, making sure it meets really the needs of the student and the background we coming from. Okay, next question. Now in the Python, I know those people will say that I am a beginner In programming, they will say, no experience, that's fine, it's obvious. But that's where, in terms of Python, I can see someone is advanced already, someone is for intermediate. It's very good. Please help me, guys, with this course. And 6, 7, okay. No experience with Python. Beginner, they are also growing, which very good. Is the mix we have. I can expect those people more from CIS and engineering. And that's an obvious thing, but it doesn't mean that others from other specialization cannot be experienced. Yeah. Okay, it's not really a programming course. You will love it. You'll find this course is not what you just think. It's more than what you think. Now we're done with these questions. Let's jump to our course and how we're going to run this course. So let me just start from where I should start, and here it is. So the course is ICT 2013, Computational Thinking and Coding, and clearly it's there, Computational Thinking and Coding. It's not really a coding course only. It's not only a programming course. And in my opinion, the computational thinking are the most important part of this course, or any software engineering as well course, because that's where you construct the solution and you understand the problem and you come with the solution. Someone calling me for a meeting. It's not the right time to call me for a meeting. Okay, what I'm going to learn in this course, this is the things we'll learn. We'll get some thinking about computational thinking, the structure, the process, the components, and the logics and the programming that we will do, sorry for that. And then we'll spend time looking at data and how we work with data and how we use data to solve problems. And that's something we'll do, some data processing and data modeling, which will be useful, I think, for any student. Those who are in IT, they can use it, the engineering, business, there are lots of data analytics there, and also for the health science and education. That's something we will spend time on it. Then we'll visualize those data using different tools and techniques to create some meaningful data that help us in the future, or student to make a meaningful decisions. And then we will have a capstone project they need to do. So we'll spend 5 weeks on the first one, computational thinking and dealing with that. Then we'll spend 6 weeks working with data and data related things. Visualization we'll do 2 weeks. Then we will have the remaining 2 weeks, we will do a capstone project to summarize the whole thing and put them all in one solution. My idea for the capstone project will make it related to the specialization of the students, specialization of the faculty today who is attending, and make it serve that department which we are working with. The structure of this webinar, which we will have a weekly webinar, the way this is, I'm proposing it, will have part of theory and concept. Without theory and concept, difficult to get to anything later. And that between 15 and 20 minutes. Today we're doing more because I'm basically mixing introduction of the course with some theory and concept of today's lesson. So that 15 to 20 minutes, and it will be form of a presentation like what I'm presenting now. By the way, there are 3 of us teaching this course. I have with me Dr. Osama from Fujairah, and I have with me Raja from Abu Dhabi Women's College. So each one of us will teach part of the course I'm doing today and next week and few weeks, and then later they will come and do the remaining things. So that's the first part for 15 to 20 minutes of concept to help us understand what we want to do. Then we will spend 30 minutes of practice, or we'll do practical examples, live examples that we need to do, and this will be live coding as you would expect. And then the last 15 10 to 15 minutes will be questions. I'm sure while we're going through this one, you will have some questions you want to clarify. So we will answer those questions as much as we can. You need to do some independent learning. You cannot just learn programming by watching a video or someone doing something. You need to practice. So expect you to spend 1 hour a week practicing coding. We'll give you some challenges every week. Today I have for you 3 challenges. We'll talk about them, and you use those challenges and do some work. If you spend 1 hour, I think will be enough. But if you love it and you have more time to do, spend more time. So these are the challenges we'll provide you every week with those challenges. And then my advice, you work as a group. This is real life situation. If you are in a college where the other faculty doing, work together as a group and look at a solution. Just I need to keep the chat here in case someone having a problem. Yeah, I'll come to the course material. I'll answer all those questions. They are on BBLearn. I did not make them available for you yet, but I will do that. Okay, so that's how to do. What software we need? I think you saw my message. We don't want you to install any software. So we're running it completely on the cloud. And I think this is something scalable and maybe good for running this course. Next semester, we're expecting 2,500 students doing the course. So installing software and going through those technical will be a nightmare. So we're using something called Replit.it, and we have been using it for some time. I have come some collaborations with those team is coming as well, and some agreement will be formed. This is completely online. So this is the address you go to. Then from that, you do the coding and you can do everything related to that. You can program, in fact, in more than 30 languages, but we're focusing on Python this time. So again, you can do it on your iPad. You scan this one, you will using QR code, then it will open into your computer. But basically, you need to go to any browser and just add that address. That's basically what it is. Now, we are in the webinar. You can see in the webinar, there are things which we talked about it in the video. For those who did not see the video, here you can ask me questions on Q&A. And here you can ask, chat with the team or with general things. Honestly, I'll try to focus on the Q&A more than the chat, but you can do that using chat, but do more in the Q&A if you have questions. So that's where it is. Now, if you're watching, this is repeating that video, if you're watching the presentation and it's taking your full screen, but at the same time, you wanted to do some coding on the same computer. So as I said in the video, just double click in the middle of this page, then it will minimize that screen, become smaller. Then you can open another browser or software here and you work. This way you can have both. You work on your code and computer. If you have 2 computers, then your situation is easy. One, you run the webinar on it, and the other one, just you use your computer as you use it. Now here is again, repeating the same thing. If I'm opening my presentation, I'm running a code here on the presentation, and you are running your own browser here, and you want to switch between, you can switch by going to original size or going to normal size. That's in the video, you already have seen it, I think. Now we're going to the core of today lesson. So first one we're talking about today is the computational thinking. What is the computational thinking? There are 2 schools there, yeah? One is Google, where I am more into that directions, and there's one more a general approach that can be used for anything. But it somehow the general one make it a little bit challenging to relate it directly to programming. But the one which Google widely accepted and used everywhere, this is the definition of computational thinking in that. So it's sort of problem solving, yeah? Working with a complex problem, understand the problem very well, and then you produce a solution. like problem solving. But the one special about here is this line. That solution you create can be presented in a way that computer and human, or both, one of them or all, will understand. So if this solution cannot be formulated into a computer solution, at the end, it becomes a very generic one, which doesn't go into what we want to do. So we're basically taking those problems and applying a certain method to understand the problem and come with a solution that we can convert later to a program, code, or to IT or something solution. So in other way, it's problem solving with computer. It's the normal problem solving with computer. Now, there are 4 components related to computational thinking. The first one is taking a big problem and dividing it into smaller components and looking at those components and with more focus, each one. And then when you do that, you will find some components are similar. So you start looking at pattern recognitions. Some of it are similar, and a solution to one of them will solve the others, or there is a solution with little bit changes you can apply to the other one. So you look at similarity between those problems. First one, you break down a complex problem into smaller or manageable part. Other one, you look at the similarity and differences between those components and what solution need to be. And then the third one doesn't have to be in that sequence, by the way, is the abstract. And basically abstractions looking at the problem whole and then focusing on the components or the part that really important to solve that problem. You're not solving the whole world problem, you're solving a certain problem, then you look at it and get sure you're focusing on that problem you're trying to solve. And keeping in mind also the big picture, you don't solve a problem here and cause a problem somewhere else. And then once you come with this better understanding, looking at the components, even the relationship between them, differences, and things like that, and then you need to start to formulate that solution as algorithm. And algorithm, by the way, it's not computer programming. Algorithm can be in a human, normal language. You just write down that solution. You say, I do this first, I do this second, without looking at any coding or a language specific that solves the problem. And here we need to spend time training our students on those, and we need to have many examples to get them into that. So basically, it's a step-by-step solution. That's the algorithm. Now, this algorithm later can be converted to coding. In my opinion, the coding or programming is the easiest part of the whole thing. If you look at any programming language, you count how many core language commands, you will find they are limited. For loop, if statement, selection, switch, or a few things. If you count them, you'll find them maybe 20, the maximum. But the whole programming language and thing created by those 20, by using them better. But the syntax is not the issue. You can find it, you go there, you'll find how to write it in Java, how to write it in the other language. But what you need is solving the problem. And the way we need to train students, give them a piece of paper. The computer is the last thing to touch to solve the problem. Sit down and think of that problem and come with a solution for it, and then go and put it in a certain programming language. And that's something you will spend some time working on. Now assume we have to draw this shape. This is a problem. We have this shape and we need to draw it using a computer. How we can draw that? I need you now to grab your phone again. Sorry for making you busy with this, but again, if I get into my browser, get your phone ready, and you will have this question coming to you now. Now, you see this one, yeah? In a keyword, describe this image in terms of its components. What components make this image? Ignore the things outside. That's again related to abstraction. Focus on this here. What are the components making this picture? Yeah. So take your phone and answer this question. Write down what do you think are those components. By the way, I'm making this available. That's, you need your phone. Where is your phone? I see nobody answering anything. I need some answers. Are you still thinking? Lines? No, put it on the phone. Don't put it on the chat. Go to the phone, go to menti.com, enter this number, and write down what do you see on the screen. Go to your phone, open the browser, go menti.com, enter this number, and type what do you see on the screen. For sure it lines, but okay. So what else? No answer? I see no answers. Does that means you don't see it? Okay, it's not appearing, yeah? You wrote the answer. Okay, very good. I can see 60 people already answered this one. Very good. There are 64 people answered this one. Very good. I'll find now what are those answers. Don't worry. Just 68. Oh, very good. Okay, now enough. You answered that question. Let me find what you said, really. Okay. Who is calling me now at the wrong time? Don't call me this time, please. Okay, so you answered, but there is an issue with bringing it on the screen. I'll find your answers later. Let's go back here to our presentation, and then we'll look at your answers at the end. So the question was, what do you see on the screen? And some of you did already give answers to that question here. And let's see what it is really. Let me just get, okay. So back here, if we apply the computational thinking and look at this image, you will, cannot hear me? You cannot hear me? Are you having difficulty hearing me? I don't think you have. Okay. Anyway, if you look at this, I don't see anyone saying that. Let me look at the chat. And so voice is now low. Voice is low, yeah? Okay, I'm coming closer to my microphone if voice is low. We hear you. Oh, okay. It seems that people are hearing me. Okay, let's go back to this. Now, if we divide this one two parts, break it down on the image, what you will see in the image? You will see there is a square here, yeah? There is a square there. And then there's another square here coming. So it's the same one, but just moving a little bit up. There is an angle going up here, yeah? And then this other one is again same thing and seems similar. The same angle is going there. Maybe my drawing is not. And there's another one. So basically there are squares going around in this image. And if you rotate them and change the angle, something can happen here, yeah? So the pattern is saying that there are squares going around here. Yeah, there's so many squares. There's a square here as well. There's a square here. There's a square here. If you look at them, they are squares, isn't it? Okay, now abstract, again, leave the things outside that solution. You know, in that picture I gave you, there's so many other things which you cannot see. Leave them aside. Now the algorithm, we need to come now with algorithm to help us draw this image. We need to see there are squares we draw and we rotate them by an angle and then get squares completed and built. Yeah, that's what we expect is going to be the solution. So we We looked at the problem, divided it into smaller components. Then we looked at similarity in those components, okay? And then we need to come with algorithm to do it. So what is algorithm? Now we'll come to the algorithm. Algorithm is, again, step-by-step solution. It's not IT. Trust me, it's not IT, yeah? But it is a solution for a problem that you can apply to anything in life, not only computers. But it's easily converted to IT, to program, to computer, yeah? Okay, so now the situation is, if we come and say move, we create a line. If you come create a line here with length 100. So you say move forward 100 points. We'll get this line, okay? So we draw a line from center by moving 100, assuming this is the forward direction. If we change angle by 90, change angle left by 90, and draw another one, we'll get this one. So that's how to draw a line. And then what you expect, if I want to draw the other line, I'll change angle by, again, 90, okay? Then I draw a line, came the first square. Then the next one, I just change angle by 90 because it's right angle, and then move 100. Now created the first one. How I can create the next one? Basically, I need to change the angle, say by 5 or 10. I don't know, this is 5, say 5. And then repeat everything I did up again by drawing a new one. But the new one will, now I change the angle by 5, then the new one will go here, and then this will come here, and then start a new box for me. And that's algorithm. This is algorithm. It's just writing the solution step by step. And we do this in our life every day when we have a situation that we need to solve, either student admission or anything related to that. And that's the way we go around it. Now I can see there are some questions. I'll come to them at the end. Thank you. I'm not ignoring your questions. Okay, good. Now we are here. We created this. Now let's come and look at how we convert this algorithm to a coding in Python. So in Python, we're going to use a library called Turtle. I'm sure your kids used it and others using it, similar to the logo. But it's good in helping students understand the concept of programming. We'll get into these loops and if statement conditions and things like that. It's a visualized things. And later we can get into the other data related. So Turtle is a library. What does mean library? I can look at library the way I explained to my student is like outsourcing a service to someone else. For example, you in your company, you want to outsource cleaning of the company is to another company. So basically use that company, you use them and you give them the orders in a way that they understand and they can perform. And the word import here means call that service company, and our service is Turtle. It's a huge library created using Python and C and other programming language, but it does basically create for you a service. It allows you to draw things and move things and change colors and do so many things. So if we just, first line we need to have is import Turtle as T. I mean, is now we can refer to T from now and on as Turtle. So anytime you say T move, T left, T right, or T do anything, it will use that library which already done. And this is what makes the programming is really rich by those libraries. Python is very strong in this. It has so many libraries, almost for anything. Like SciPy, which the engineering can relate to MATLAB. Everything you do in MATLAB, you can do with SciPy. There are Pandas, which for data analytics, and you does huge things. They're for health science, they're for simulation, they're for education. There's so many libraries. There's no end of it to do, and we will use some of those libraries. So that's the first one. Now, if you get back to our algorithm, move forward 100 points. In Python language, how that is converted is basically you say T now is our turtle library, forward 100. So that will create a line 100. Now, the next one you expect T, what do you expect? Changing angle by 90, going left. This basically is T dot left 90. So you're using T, which your object here from turtle, and then the command you want to give that T. You're asking T to go forward by 100, you're asking T to go to left by 90, and then you ask it to do, and then that's now repeated. This is the whole thing. And now you're getting the square built. And we will do it live now, and you'll see how it will look like. Then once you do that, you created this one. You did it once. Now you want to draw the other line. You can copy this line and add it down, and copy it and add it down. You're repeating. You're drawing one line horizontal, then changing angle, going, and keep repeating it. And it will be very long code. In programming, there's something called loop. Loop is just repeating certain commands number of times. And what we will do, we want to repeat this 400 times, 200 times, 300 times. And that comes the loop or iteration in programming. We will talk about one here, the for loop, which is the basic one. The for loop is asking the computer to repeat something a certain number of times. So you say, repeat this 100 times, and it will repeat it 100 or million or whatever. And it's in Python, it has a certain way to write the for loop. And this comes the differences now between Python, Java, and in other languages, just in the syntax, the way you say things. But the concept is the same. So in Python, this is the way to ask a computer to repeat something 200 times. Basically, you say for is the keyword. That means you need to repeat something, and repeat I in range of 200. Now there's more differences, and later we'll come to it. But at this level, just let's take it this way. So I will start by 1, then 2, then 3, then 4, go 200 times. So for I in range of 200. So I will take the value from 1 to 200, okay? You see these two columns here, these are important. This means from now on, anything down is part of the for loop. If you don't have this, you will have an error coming on the screen. It's again syntax, the way this language is structured. In Java, you use curly bracket here. Yeah, and you end the curly bracket somewhere. In Python, there are no curly brackets. Python is very simple language and really very powerful. Things that people face challenge with, like semicolon and curly bracket and things like that, are not here. But there are other things that you need to know as well to be able to do that. So that's the for loop. Now, I want to repeat this thing 200 times. So for loop and copy all these things which I had from previous one. So T go forward 100, T go left 90, T go forward 100, T left 90, this thing, okay? Now, one thing you need to notice here is this T did not start under just F directly, moved. This is a must to say these lines are part of the for loop. If they are on the same line with the for loop, they are not part of the for loop. So the space here is important to link those lines to the for loop. If you ignore the space, then you will be in different situation. So that will bring us this one. Now let's go into the live example, and then we will come to the question and answer. If you think I'm going fast, just let me know. I think maybe I did go fast a little bit, but Okay, so you're saying it's better now. The audio seems to be fine. Okay, so how many people are there? 85. That's good number. Okay, let's go into the live and let's get into the live. So let me stop this screen and go back. Well, this is our code that we will be using. I thought I did copy it. So you go to any browser. Now I am here, and let me go to any of those. Let's close all this. I go anywhere. Let me go here, yeah? Oh, interview notes. Okay, let me go here. So once I put this address, you see that address, I can put this one for you in the chat, and you can basically click on it and it will come. Okay. So you have it in the chat if you want. Now this is the turtle.com. Few things before, I mean, this is rippleIt.com. Few things before I go forward with rippleIt.com. There's someone asking, I can see the link. It's in the chat. If you click on that, you will get it. I just put it in the chat. You notice here the URL, this is something useful for you. If you get lost, you cannot follow me. You lost in the code. You made errors, mistakes, and you're not able to follow me. You lost in between. So what you will do? See, if I change anything here in my code, this number will change. And if you go in your browser and use my new number, you will get my new code. So that's always you will be with me. You're not going to lose me. Okay? So let's go with that now. So let's look at this. We have import turtle as T. Okay, that's already there. Now I have this one here, but I'm ignoring it. If you add hash to any line, the program will look at it, or Replit will look at it as comment, which is not part of the program. It's just information for the programmer to add some descriptions, and you can write anything there. You don't have to follow any certain syntax or programming language. Okay, so if you want to follow my code, if I change anything, someone asking me repeat that. If I change my code and you want to get access to my latest code, you just need to take this number. See this number 6? If I change it now and save it, you will get a new number. I will show you. Now the code we have here, let me explain this, then I'll go to that. The code we have, this is import T as turtle as T. Now again, spelling is important. Python is a case sensitive. If I put uppercase, it will be wrong. It has to be T, lowercase. Now speed, leave that speed. Now I have T forward 100 and left 45. I run this, I get this line coming here. Now I wanted to go up now and move with another angle. Let's change this one to 90. We want to draw the same thing. So we said 90. And then say T forward. By the way, there's a simpler way to do it. I will show you. T forward 100, and let's do this, and you get 100. Now, this forward, you can use FD if you want, and it will work in Python. So FD or forward, the same thing. You will do the same thing. This is a shortcut of it. But I like forward, if I write it correct. Okay. Now that's one. Now another one, T dot left 90. We're changing it 90. And then see when I do that 90, you see this arrow, it will change to this direction. So you run that, you're getting this, change that direction. And now repeating the other one as T go forward. Now you can copy it and just paste it there. And now you have this. Let's finish the square, then I'll show you what I can do. So copying these two and put them here. Okay, so I leave the code there. Now I did this. You remember my number was 6 here, yeah? Be with me. Now if I save it, it became 23. So if in your computer, if you use 23, you will get my code, which you see now. This way you would not get lost. You can always follow me if you want. Yes, you need to import Turtle as T if you're going to use Turtle. We're using Turtle, so this line is must. If you delete this line, we will not be able to do all these things because these things are done through Turtle. Turtle does it for us, this graphics. Otherwise, we need to do a lot of things to make this graph. We write thousands of code to come with this graph if we're not using Turtle. But because we're using Turtle, we're just giving it one command, it will draw a line for us. And that's the power of Python. And all high-level programming language like Java and others, they rely on a huge library of code, which you just send the command to it, it will do the things and come back to you with the answer. So we did this one now. You with me? Anyone lost? Are you lost? Are you with me? I'm pausing for a moment. Yeah, okay. I'll pause for 1 minute so you can look at my code. We're losing our time for questions and answers, but that's fine. We will make time. Okay, so it seems everyone with me. Now we do it one square, yeah? Let's now repeat it and create multiple squares, okay? We go to the to the loop. So for I can call it I or call it Z or F or M, anything I decide, okay? But with no space in between. So I cannot call it, for example, Hamad Odabi. Not wrong. But if I call it Hamad Odabi with no space, still it will work. So this one here doesn't have anything to do with Python as a language. It's something, a variable I decide. We'll come to it and discuss all those type of variables, but you don't need to. I hope you will learn it without knowing the computer science side of it. That's my objective, you just get your return. So for I in range of 200, and this is the magic colon, not semicolon, yeah? That's important. Now, the next thing we need to do, we said we need the rest to be part of the for loop. So I select them, I press on tab, then they moved. Now this, if I don't want to use tab, I can just go there and make space here. They need to be all on the same line. So what I did basically, this is where they are. I could have came here and say tab, and then go to the other one and say tab, and third one say tab, but I can do them all in one way. Now just I want to delete this extra thing and take this left up and make it with the same. So we said we need to make it 5, yeah? We'll make it 5. So for I in range of 200 colon, and then the same lines we used before. Okay? Okay, some of you having an issue, but you can again now take my new line. If I save it, now my line became 43. So if you put 43, you will see the code. And by the way, if you want me to help you with your code later, you can send me just your address and I can go and show you live what the mistake you made. Yeah, but let's not do this now, let's do it later. Okay, so we did for loop now. This square will be repeated. So let's run it. See, this square started to shape on the screen the way we were talking about in terms of, and it's going a little bit slow, yeah? You hate waiting for it to finish, maybe, or maybe you're enjoying it being slow. And this shape just came. Yeah? Now, if I wanted to be faster, I hate waiting, and I'm someone like that. I hate just sitting and waiting. Stop it here. You see this one here, t dot speed, this one. I remove the hash, and now become t. I'm telling turtle to speed by 200. So go faster. Don't be slow, yeah? And say run. Now you see, coming too fast on the screen. And will produce something looks nice, not really what we looked at. If you continue 2,200 times, you're getting something looks amazing, isn't it? Looks beautiful. At some time it repeats itself. It means it draw lines on the old lines because it will reach the maximum level it can do. And that's again for the student in engineering or IT, we can get them to start looking at more into that side of the component. Is everyone is with me? Now this is the code is 52 now that you can use to follow my code if you are lost. So let's recap again and go back to this code and see how this code created. So later we can do it, then we'll go to the questions and answers. And then I have a challenge for you to do. I need to go to the challenge maybe before I go to the Q and answers. Because I want you to work hard, I'm joking. I want you to practice. That's what I want you to do. So I have some challenges for you. I'll come to the question and answer. Let me go to the challenges first. Do you remember them? Then I'll come to the question and answers, okay? So, where are these challenges? Now, to do the challenges, you can go to this one, or I'll give you another address later. Okay? I think some of you registered. Who registered, you will find it on rebel.it. Others, I will send you a link to go. But if you go to this one, still fine. You can go to this and do your challenge. Now, what will be your challenge? I want you, on your own time, draw something like this. Now, apply the computational thinking. Understand that shape first. Break it down to components, to lines, to angles. Draw it and understand it first. And then write algorithm to explain the steps. And then using turtle is very simple. It's just you have forward, left, things like that, and you do everything. By the way, you can go left, you can go right with the angle, and you can go backward, and you can go forward. Yeah, that's it. So you need, this is the first challenge, is drawing this shape. The second challenge you expect, repeating that 200 times. If you repeat it 200 times, you'll get this one. Again, back to the for loop. Very simple. This is the second challenge. The third one, which more exciting one, and I'm looking forward to see how that will come, is this. We need your creativity now. Want to see how creative you are in creating amazing graphs. Now you have art people, you have others, you can look at it. Now, if you want to get further about turtle, like changing color, if you want to change color of something, make a different color. Or maybe you change the head of it, the thickness of the line, all those things. There is a book here by US University, I think Western State University, which they have a similar course like our course, which is great, really. You go to that, you will find those details about using turtle. So we need to create a competition. I need to look at the best three of you as a group or individual, you decide, and we will vote on it next time and choose the best one, and we will post it somewhere. Okay, so these are the challenges, 3 you need to do. This one, I'll be sending you this presentation and you look at it. Now let's go to your questions and answers. Having Hadi Hamad, there will be thankful if you can share the slide. I will share the slide. Now I need the Q&A, where they are, the Q&A. I can see there are 13 questions. Let's start from the beginning. Maria, we already, I think, answered use, no videos. I am from, okay, that's fine. Safa, Islam, thank you. Is this MATLAB? No, this is not MATLAB. This is Python programming, but it has the same thing like MATLAB, but there is another library we can use in Python called SciPy. It does MATLAB and related engineering components. The coding didn't show the difference between length in points and degree for the angle. Okay, I didn't know exactly what that means. What is the unit of speed? Okay, unit of speed is the loops per second, how many times it repeats something. Phil, I can see question from Phil. How do we, again, I see comment from Divya, which is very important. Python is case sensitive. Yes, uppercase, lowercase are different. If you call Hamad with H, the uppercase, it's different from Hamad with lowercase. It's a different person. So that's it. Phil, how we do the challenge in Turtle? You just go to the link that I did and you write the code and you run it. That's the way you do it. I will send you that. You don't need to register on Replit. If you register, it will be useful. Without registering, you go to that code which I shared. Here is it. I'll just put it back on the screen. This code, if you go to it and start building your solution and save it, then it works. Now, sometimes you cannot save. Yeah, some of you maybe cannot save. You don't have the save one. You can click share. Once you click share, you get a new number there. Like you see I did, just click share, you get a new number, became 66. So share or save are the same. The good thing, if it became 66, you can copy this one somewhere, the URL, and go to it anytime, from any device, from anywhere. It stays there, okay? Now, how can we have increment the last angle? Do I need to create a variable? This is a good question. Someone saying, okay, this angle, which you're talking about, Hamad, this angle, I wanted to change, yeah, increment. I can come with a variable or I can use another thing. I can use I, and let's see how this will do. If I change this one to I, yeah, and the angle, and this angle to I, and this angle to I, keep that 1.5. What do you think will happen now? What will happen? That angle is not constant 90. It's not one value 90. No, it's going to change. One time, first loop you go, it will be 1. So it will move by only 1. Second one, it will be 2. Third one, it will be 3. And the angle keeps changing and causing huge challenge. I don't know how that graph will come. I need just to think about it. But I can see there's a line will go there, will change little bit and go again, change little bit and go again, change angle little bit and go again, and go somewhere and disappear. And after some time, will change, the angle will grow and it will come back. So that's what will happen because the I is variable, yeah? But you can also make it 90 and increase on the 90 by something. I leave this one for you to practice it. So the I is variable. We will come to the variables. We don't want to rush in many things so you get confused. Now let's stay with the constant one as it is, and then we will continue. Okay, I can see people giving me mixed things. Some people putting in the chat, someone putting in the Q&A. I would love Q&A. It becomes solid circle. Okay, very good. Yes, yeah, if we change only 1, 1, 1, 1, it will be complete, but it will be large, a big circle, unless we change the 100 to something smaller. Okay, very good. Thank you for that comment. Geeta, do we need, Geeta, you disappeared. Do we need to differentiate between degrees and centimeters when using right and left? Right and left are using pixels. So here it's pixels, and you can relate the pixel to centimeter if you want, if you fix the screen, but this is pixels on the screen. Please ignore my question. Thank you. I'll ignore it. Usama, in MATLAB, we can plot functions. Can we? Yes, we can plot functions. Absolutely. By the way, Turtle we're using now just to introduce you to the programming. But when we come to the plotting of advanced things, we will be using different things. Turtle is a very good tool to help people understand the logic of programming, the looping, the conditions, if statements, and those in a visual way. But later we will be using something different. Nasser saying, can we do colors? Yes, we can do colors. Look at the link that I sent from Western State University. They have the details and they have all the colors different you can do. Word great. Okay, thank you. Could something. Okay. Okay. Could you please remove the reminder on the screen? What reminder? I don't know. Maybe on Repellent or where that reminder? Just maybe put it in the chat. I find this training very exciting. Good, thank you for that. This is really new to me. I am teaching. Okay, very good. Okay, that was Qasim, not okay. Usama, sorry for that, Qasim. Because I know Osama and he is helping me with this course. I said, Osama, how can we change color? Again, go to that. This is some independent learning you need to do. I'll come to it in the next classes, but I just want you to find it yourself. And that link I gave you, it's a very simple. You go there, you'll find how to change it. I don't see all the questions in the chat or QA. I only see the first 3 questions. Okay. Because it seems that I'm not really following the protocol here. I have to click on the question and say that question has been answered, so it disappears from here and allow new questions to come. But I will do this next time, hopefully, and follow that. I can see so many questions, which is really very good. How can we have increment the last, okay, we spoke about that one. I think that you can maybe put it in the last one. That will create an amazing shape, yeah? If you use this one, make it I think, who is really has a great creativity and sense of science will come to us and say, this is what will come on the screen. I'm sure there are many who have that. See now, after some time, it's coming to the same thing, yeah? Okay, anyway. So we're changing I at the end, it keeps changing. It's not the same shape, becoming different shape, and at the end, maybe we will get, see it moving, now reversing the angle. Oh, going beautiful. I don't know what will happen. Okay, so I'm just going through the question. I think we're done with our webinar. I think if you find it useful, so please, I know there are more than 100 something came today, but because of you sitting in group, maybe I'm not seeing the actual number. There are 2, 3 sitting together in one place. Maria, thank you. Everyone, thank you. Ahmad, I don't see the questions. I think that's maybe I solve it. Muawiyah, what is the default turtle direction? Forward is going to right, that's the default, and backward going the other direction. Yon, can we move turtle without leaving a line? This is a very good question. Now assume I want to draw a line here and jump somewhere and draw a line. Yeah, so I do that how? Then you need to read that tutorial, but there's something left, taking the pen up. It's like when you draw on a paper. You draw and then you take the pen up and move somewhere else and bring it down. This is exactly the same. Yeah, find the command to take the pen up, move somewhere and put it down. And again, that will help you draw different things on the same screen. Where do we submit answers? You just, once you do your answers and you click save or share, you will get a new address. I will create in BBLearn, somewhere you'll do it. Now, those of you who registered, I would like you to register all. If you register, will help me with this. I'll come to other questions, hopefully. If you registered, and let me show you, I'm as a teacher now. I have a class here called ICT. I have 67 of you registered here. This is great. Now, if you 76 register here, I will create assignment, yeah, and you go and do it in that assignment and submit it to me. So I can come later and show it to the rest, yeah. So please register on Rippleit. It's free. You go to rippleit.it. It will help you. It will help me as well. If you register, you will have your own account. You will have all your details. You just go Rippleit there, .it, and then you register. You can, I'm already logged in. You can use your Gmail account as it is, and you register using Gmail. So you can go there and register. So please register on Rippleit. And then this is me here. You click on sign up. You click on sign up there. And then you just fill your username, email address, and password. You'll get an account. You'll get an email requesting you to verify your account, and then you are done. Yeah, and that's the way you do it. Rippleit is a great tool. It's beautiful. And the paid version we're going for will allow you to do more advanced graphical user interface and things like that, which will be great for our course. Now, I'm done with my question, but I can see some on the chat coming. If someone of you having okay, this is nice. Import turtle, I think Hussein been adding the I to the forward, so increasing forward by certain numbers. Now I logged in. I go to mine. See, when you do log in, you will have all your code here. So if I go into turtle, sorry, this is not my latest one. Is that my latest one? These are all the previous version I worked with it. This is the latest one in 15 minutes ago. So it tracks all the changes I made. I can go to older and find every version I had. It'll be there. So I'm here with this one. What he did, Hussein, is added I here. So this I will keep changing. So it will go the first time 100 forward. Next time it will go to 101, 102, and then the shape will be different. That's what he did, and I think that will produce something. Oh, sorry, I did not put I here because I was talking and working. I and I. No, programming or coding or anything is a practice. Practice more. It's growing, yeah? See, those squares are growing and going up and going up and going up because the I is changing and the length is changing. It's not only 100, it's 100, 102. I think we're done by today. I can continue if you want, but yes, but if you just want to leave, you can leave. There's no additional thing been going to discuss. I'll post this video on BBLearn and Microsoft Share and send you the link. I'm going to complete the course, not the course, at least this week and the next 3 weeks. And you go to BBLearn, the course you are registered in. I think you're receiving email from me, and there you will find the teaching material. Now, Maher, yes, you can use GitHub account to log in to Rippleit. You notice that I'm using my GitHub account to use to Rippleit. Others who don't know GitHub, you don't need to worry about that one. GitHub is a social media, you can look at it, programming community. So programmers can exchange code and work together on coding, and that's something you can. Farid, can we use the graphic picture that we had created using Python in any application? Yes, you can do that. Someone only Gmail? No, not only Gmail. You can use any email you like to use. Can we use Replit it with our classes as well? I think Replit is amazing, but we need to think about the right course, and we can use it. Yes, yeah, you can use it. Can we use Replit? Okay, I agree. Me, Imtiaz. Imtiaz, how are you? Dr. Maz and I, Dr. Poetry, okay, are attending. Oh, okay, excellent. Thank you. 3 of you in the same place. Thank you. Okay, thank you. Interesting. Excellent. Thank you very much, Ram. Thank you. Okay, I can see the questions now. Okay, because I was maybe not clicking on answer live, but next time hopefully I'll do. Maybe 3 of us, 2 of you moderate those questions. If I answer questions, you remove them, and when you are presenting, I will do the moderation. We need to work out a way we can do it together. And that's a learning experience for us. Backward is a direction. Okay, thank you. Okay, we submit. Okay, I think I said you just send me the link, but I will create assignment. You can add the link to the assignment, or you just log into Replit. I will have your account, and then I'll have your assignment by default. Where do we submit? Good, answer that one. Can we move the turtle without? Yes, I answered that. You as well, Muawiyah, the default turtle direction, we spoke about it. Meeting reminder. Oh, meeting reminder. I don't know how to remove that one. That's maybe you added the meeting reminder to your agenda. Please enlighten me on how would I be able to apply this is in my teaching, especially in methods of scientific research. Very good, Maria. Let's have a discussion on that. I think while we go into the course, you will find how it can be done. Python can help you do things like SPSS things, analysis and everything, which something I think we need to use more. Given that we have so many people registered, there are around 138, we will do a session on how to use Replit to do scientific research analysis. That's very good. But that will come later. I don't see the questions. Okay, good. You already see it. How can we change? Okay, I think we answered all the questions. Thank you, everyone. And I hope you find it useful. Maybe you added more questions, but I think we will stop here. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Hamid. It was great.
Sama, yeah, how do you think it was? Was smooth?
It was amazing.
Maybe I went too fast.
But I think in the text processing and file processing, I face a problem because you attracted the people now with this drawing and these things.
Yeah. I think we'll find a way. Let's discuss. There are ways. I was thinking about it. We will do that. I'm sure. I have no. I'm sure you will.
Because I started to prepare some material even since our last meeting, but I'm thinking how the people will cope with these details, especially to extract the text and use these expressions to extract these data.
We will simplify it. Yeah, we'll find a way. We'll simplify it. I have idea in my mind. I think let's meet another meeting outside this one. We will sit and we'll find a way. I'm sure we will make it. I love it.
Well done, doctor. Well done, doctor. Thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank you.